Today we're going to be talking about May 3rd and what this date could mean for HCMC investors. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please leave a comment of your favorite stock of the moment, why it's your favorite stock of the moment, and also leave a like and subscribe as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Without any further ado, let's get into today's stock, ticker symbol HCMC or Healthier Choices Management Corp. So obviously I have talked about HCMC twice on the channel. Both were very negative and I even received 30% like to dislike ratio, and then on the most recent one 50% like to dislike ratio. So obviously my opinion is not very popular with the HCMC crowd, but today it's going to be a little bit less opinion based and a little bit more fact based. So if you guys want to leave a like instead of a dislike, that'd be super awesome. If we can get above that 50% like to dislike ratio, I'll be super happy, as that would be trending in the right direction. I'm not here to crap on your guys' stock, although I don't think it's a good idea to be investing in this stock. I'm just going to be going over what could happen, and yeah, so if you guys, I'm not here to crap all over it, just like I have in the past too, so well, I just wanted to get that out of the way. So this is actually something that I saw on another financial YouTuber's basically video on HCMC today. So I figured I would go over it and give my thoughts on it. So basically, there's not a big reputable source talking about this, but there is a place called financesparty.com that is talking about this May 3rd date for HCMC. And basically what this day is basically a bunch of retail investors for HCMC that are planning to all put $100 down on HCMC. Now this would boost the stock's price a lot and could trigger some short sellers to actually cover their positions because of how much the price of the stock would go up. So anyways, let's get into the article. Basically, he explains what's going on, and it looks like HCMC investor forums plan to sweep away the bears and shorts on this stock. I am a bear, but I'm not shorting the stock. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just bearish on the stock, by each investing a minimum of $100 on that day. Whether that'll happen or not, it's yet to be seen. Something that they bring up is actually Dogecoin, and I'll bring that up a little bit later. They said, let's just go over that later. But then he says this comes at the same time that HCMC investors expect judges' decision news on the PC Procter & Gamble infringement case. Even if May 3rd is in the plans of many, I think that people should wait and see how that day works out and don't rush in a buy decision before you're truly convinced this is the most profitable position. Something I have to say, if you actually do think that this HCMC May 3rd thing is going to actually happen and everyone's going to put their $100 down, as soon as you put your $100 down, people are going to start to take profits. This is the whole thing with pump and dump schemes. People have a day like this and it pumps for about maybe 5 minutes. People take their profits and then it sells off to even less than it was before because people are just looking to profit off of the mob. But that is just something to think about. But yeah, so here we go. It's funny how fast HCMC madness is catching up with random people around every day. I think I found this question in all forums I visited today. What's going on with May 3rd HCMC? So yeah, a lot of HCMC investors are all excited about May 3rd, but so are people. People are also excited about Dogecoin on 420. So basically, this guy goes on to talk about how his friend was saying that he had 4 million shares and he got his friends to get millions of shares as basically a lottery ticket. But a pretty expensive lottery ticket. I think it's about $18,000 for 1 million shares at the moment. I can't remember if that's true. So don't take that as fact. He said he set his price target to 20 cents, as it would be enough for him to retire and forget about any money issues ever. So there's a difference between setting your price target at 20 cents and it being able to get there. And the fact of the matter is at the moment, their market cap would have to 100x in order to get to that price target. And there's just not enough shorts that are going to be able to cover, and there's not enough buying volume in order to get to 20 cents. 2 cents? that's reasonable and could possibly happen. 20 cents, not reasonable whatsoever in my opinion. But yeah, so I think they talk about HCMC bears. That's me. I don't like HCMC bears for their actual fundamentals of the company. I think they had a decline in revenues and everything this past year. It's not looking good for HCMC, but their balance sheet will probably get better, especially if this May 3rd thing all goes to plan. But anyways, let's go on to, I found this Reddit and I figured I'd bring it up. But basically this guy said, he actually deleted his profile, so I don't know if he's getting accused of pumping and dumping, but May 3rd made it onto a news article already. Upvote if you're adding to your position May 3rd. Only 116 upvotes. We'll see if this thing actually goes through, but it did get onto a actual article, so basically people are excited about HCMC. HCMC family, the next big catalyst is when the judge responds to Proctor PM's motion. Just sit and hold. And I'm just saying, if this motion doesn't go in HCMC's favor, HCMC could be losing a lot of its value. So just keep that in mind. Other people said you're welcome on the yacht, and then someone said he's not adding to his position. So I looked through this a good amount, and kind of what I saw is people weren't all on board. But we'll see if they can get enough people in the next few days in order to get this thing to actually work out. But real quick before I get into the limited technical analysis on HCMC, because there's not much to talk about, but obviously had close to a 50% like to dislike ratio. I just want to go over some comments because there were a lot. So Orlando said HCMC to the moon. Don't give up, people. I still hold my 4 million. Super dope for you. And then Mark Cohen said, ooh, you guessed that a 0.2 of a penny stock could lose half of its value to 0.001. Wow, you are clairvoyant. And I was just pointing out that I said that it would happen, and it happened. Okay, it went back up to 0.2 of a penny again. So I mean, I'm not saying that you can't double your money with the stock, because you can, but you can also lose half to even all of your investment in this stock as well. And that's just something I wanted to bring up. Duty Guile said, I'm extremely bullish on HCMC. However, you still need a bearish opinion to keep your expectations realistic and in check. Different perspective is fine. Respect. Keep it up. And this is the kind of comment that I really like to see, because they have a differing opinion from me. They're bullish on HCMC, and they respect that I have a bearish opinion. They're not just gonna go and spew hate all over the page. That's the kind of good comment I like to see. But also, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. So if you just want to just comment hate, whatever. But yeah, there's one more I wanted to see. Enrico. He said, I liked your video, but you have to remember that people put a small amount in and leave it. And maybe in a few years or months it skyrockets. Happened to me once. I woke up one day and was up 200,000 on a 2K investment. Think of it as a lottery ticket or an out of the money call option with no expiration date. That's all. Understandable, Enrico. Although I am one to check my investments every day, and I do not like to see money locked up in things that I think will probably just go to zero. But if you're like that and you can just leave 2K in an investment that you're just willing to lose, go for it. I'd rather put my 2K into an S&P 500 index fund, if I'm going to be honest. But hey, if that's what you want to do with your money, I'm not stopping you. All right, now we have a little bit of technical analysis. So there's not a lot of technical analysis to be done on HCMC because it doesn't move much. It moves about a cent a day. But as we see, HCMC did get to 0.6 of a penny on, right around when the whole GameStop and AMC thing was happening, a little bit after actually. And HCMC was a huge, the lawsuit information came out and people are like, wow, this thing could go to the moon. Ever since then, sold off. I made a video around 20 cents, went down to 10 cents, and has been sitting at about 10 cents for about the last month. But the other day it did come up, had a lot of volume, a lot of traction. Some articles came out on HCMC, and it literally doubled in the span of about a day. So, I mean, if you're holding, congratulations. I'm not going to ever scoff at anyone making money, as that's the whole point of the stock market, is to make money. Did out of a lot of volume, and it's held this support at about 15 cents pretty well, and it's actually making its way back up. So do I think that HCMC is going to go up on May 3rd or after? Yes, I probably do think it will go back up. As you know, that it's just probably going to happen. I see it getting to probably 0.3 of a cent. I don't see 2x potential here, maybe close to that on May 3rd, but I think there's going to be too many people taking profits when they're up like 40 or 50% on their position, and then it's probably just going to return to about the 0.2 of a cent level. Sorry, if I said 36 cents, I really meant 0.3 of a cent. You guys know what I mean. So I think it'll stay around this 0.2 of a cent level for a while, unless they win that lawsuit. And if they don't win that lawsuit, or things go bad with that lawsuit, I think they will go right back down to where they were before, 1/10 of a penny, you know, or like even 1/100th of a penny. HCMC is not something I'm looking at fundamentally like I like. You know, there is that thing, like, you know, if you get enough people on May 3rd to put $100 down on HCMC, sure, HCMC could go super high, and it can go maybe to 50 or like 0.5 of a cent, but that dude's price target of 20 cents is just not possible. 2 cents, it's possible if like the stock market just like focused their attention on HCMC, but they won't. A lot of people are talking about how Doge Day was a success, and that's the last thing I want to bring up today. Doge 420 Day was not a success. I had money in Doge on that day, and I can tell you it was not a success. I bought it like 38 cents or something, and I sold it like 36. Like, barely lost anything, only had like $50 or $100 in there. Nothing crazy. But Doge started out at about 42 cents on 420, and it ended the day at about 34 cents on 420. So it lost a good amount of its value on 420, which was supposed to be Doge Day. So if you guys are looking to Doge Day as like a success, it wasn't. I'm not saying the HCMC day is going to be the same, but don't be too excited about HCMC in this day, because people are probably just going to be taking profits as soon as they see, you know, 10%, 20%, 30% gains. I don't think we can get over 50% gains with HCMC. I'm not going to be trying my hand at HCMC. I will never invest in this stock just because I'm bearish on it. I don't want to be like hypocritical. I'm bearish on HCMC. But yeah, so that's just something to think about. Doge Day didn't go to plan. HCMC might not either. It could just go down. We'll see. We'll see if they get enough volume, but I just wanted to bring that up, bring up my perspective on HCMC. Hopefully it wasn't too bad where you guys are going to flame me in the comments, but hey, if you do, it's good for the YouTube algorithm, so thank you. But real quick, I just want to remind you guys I'm not a financial advisor and that this is not financial advice. Make sure you seek out help from a professional financial advisor if you do want financial advice. But if you are interested in investing or trading with HCMC, you can actually do that on WeBull. So you can click the first link in the description and get all signed up with WeBull, and you can get 2 free stocks if you deposit $100. So go ahead and do that if you guys want to get started investing or trading HCMC or any other stock for that matter. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm and it shows we're doing something right here. But my name is Zach, and I'll see you in the next video.